What's up, guys? So as you can see, snow is here, which means it's time to get this thing winterized or rust proof, however you want to call it. Get prepared for the salty roads this winter. Yeah, first things first, I gotta get this thing cleaned up. Well, I'm gonna let it thaw out, clean some stuff up in the shop here, then I'll get ready to wash it. Then I'll show you guys what my plan is for rust proofing it. Alright, so what I'm going to be using to do the winterizing or rust proofing, whatever you want to call it on this thing, is going to be ACF 50. This is basically what they use on aircraft and stuff. I'll be spraying it out of this air gun. It can also be sprayed out of a little pump gun like this. Right now I've got a full degreaser. You could use one of these. So this has got regular nozzle for spraying it, and it's also got a 360 degree nozzle that you spray or hose you put on there for getting inside of body panels and stuff, and it's also got a straight one that came with it. You could also use these two with you can buy a fluid film in bulk as well and spray it through this. Fluid film is what I've used in the past. I just wanted to try something new. This seems to have pretty good reviews online, so I decided to go with that. But with fluid film, obviously you just have the nozzle. They come with a little straw, and for the most part, you can get pretty good on these pickups with it because they've got those caps in the bottom of the rocker panel, so you can put the nozzle in there and just spray it both directions and get it covered pretty well. If that's not enough, you can take and get one of these that go on the end of the can. And all this is another 360 degree nozzle. You just put it on the top there and you're good to go. I've also used this stuff in the past. It's basically fluid film. I think I got it from Tractor Supply. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. But of course, first I gotta get this thing cleaned up. Alright, so we gave it a quick wash, ready to start doing the rust proofing part. Basically the next step is going to be coming down here and pulling out all of these plastic caps that they've got along the rocker. I'm just going to take and rinse all this out with a hose on both sides. as well as pulling the tailgate out, or not the tailgate, taillights out. I'll rinse inside of there, let that dry. Once everything's dry after that, I can start spraying that AC one or AC F50. Alright, so as you can see, all this junk on the floor. I had squeegeed just before I did this. So all that came out of the rockers or was hung up on this lip back here. Anyways, if you look up here, you can see, get some light in here in the right spot. So you can see most vehicles only have this on the rockers for drains for anything that gets inside there. So you can take and just hose in through there and then spray the fluid film and stuff in through there. These are pretty shallow. Usually they're a little bit bigger. But it's not a big deal on this one because GM puts these plugs in from the factory. So you just pull them out, rinse everything, and then yeah, you saw all the crud that came out of there. So I'm just gonna let this dry for a while and get it up on the lift, and we'll finish cleaning stuff up, like up here, some stuff on the frame, and then get ready to spray that stuff. So another spot that these GM trucks seem to like to rust out at is right at the box side, right above the rear wheel. To get at that, what I did is pulled taillights out, and you can see all this crap that's just collecting in here. All that is also collecting way in the back there. So basically just going to rinse this off with the garden hose in this area. And then I'm going to take the pressure washer and get it as far in there as I can and try and rinse out the box side. And this is where that 360 hose on the sprayer is going to come in handy. Should be able to get pretty far up into the box side for that. And on these, I think if you really wanted to, you could pull these off and go from the top. But I'm pretty sure I'd break half the clips doing that, so. Alright, so I got it up on the hoist. You can see, lit up on the hoist, I could see where the inner fender and the box side meet each other. So basically all I did was take the main nozzle on it and just spray it all the way along that. You can see it pretty easy from here. So next I'm going to take the 360 20-inch nozzle again and shove it up as far in there as I can and try and spray and get it into this seam all the way around. That should keep it from rusting. Alright, so I finished up spraying the ACF 50 on this thing. Basically just did inside the rockers, like I showed. Then all along this seam on the inside of the box side here, I did it from the front and the back, which is the regular nozzle pointed at the seam. And then the 360 nozzle I shoved up over top and sprayed all the way through from the front and back as well. Then like all these little holes like this that I could get the nozzle to fit in, shoved it in there and sprayed all them down all the way on the cab mounts here and the cross members for the cab. Haven't really done anything with the frame yet. That'll probably get addressed this spring after I rinse everything off, because I go through this whole process in the spring again of rinsing everything, because if you look underneath here, I live on a gravel road, so I end up with stuff stuck to it all the time, and spraying all this stuff down with oil, it does collect stuff. And yeah, so just rinse that off in the springtime and then I don't spray it on again. And then I repeat this process again in the winter. So yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Forgot to film the outro for the rust proofing video. Anyways, last night when I was doing the tire rotation, I also sprayed down all of the suspension components on there. So like I did the leaf springs and the bushings on the rear suspension, and the U-bolts. The front I did the ball joints, the A-arms, all that stuff. Basically so that in the future, when I gotta do maintenance, I'm not dealing with crappy rusty bolts. And yeah, like I said, thanks for watching guys. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe. And feel free to go check out the build progress on the 67 Duramax. Later.